So I'm recording now. So, for instance, all this we've been working on, even all the websites, Skyline is taking you guys and everything, they are static. They are statics. So, but if you want it to be functional, for instance, if you type your email here and text and put in your text here, your text here, your message here, and you send, it will not go anywhere. So, if you are not a full stack developer, if you are not a full stack developer, you have to submit this your work to back end developer in order to make it functional. But those who registered for both will be taught how to make it functional at the back end. So I'm going to work on dashboard, how to also design dashboard for blog post or for any other website, maybe for in our next class. So that's what we are going to do in our next class. This is just to introduce you to basic bootstrap design. So the bootstrap is CSS framework, free CSM framework, and it is faster and easier to develop a website or a web page. Do you get it now? So, and it's very responsive. Unlike you have to do a lot of work to make your CSS responsive, you have to write a lot of code. But no, it doesn't apply in Bootstrap. Bootstrap already have everything. So for you to get Bootstrap, let me just close this so that I can start. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? So for you to get there is this Bootstrap platform. So you just type Bootstrap. So we have Bootstrap 3, we have Bootstrap 4, 4.6, 4.4, 4.2, and we have Bootstrap 5. But Bootstrap 5, they are still working on it. So I prefer to use Bootstrap 4. So by using Bootstrap 4, that one is, they already have another version of Bootstrap 5. So maybe maybe before the end of this year, you can also try Bootstrap 5 on your own if it works fine. But there are some features in Bootstrap 4 that are not in Bootstrap 5, and there are some features in Bootstrap 5 that are not in Bootstrap 4. So I prefer using Bootstrap 4.6. So this is Bootstrap 5. So I'll just type Bootstrap 4. We have Bootstrap 4.6, we have Bootstrap 5. So this is, you just go introduction to Bootstrap. So you just click here. So if you come to Bootstrap 5, oh, sorry, 4. So the first thing you will do if you are working on a project, so okay, you know what? Let me just okay, yes, let's start. Let me just introduce you guys to what Bootstrap really is. So I think I've explained the basic part of the Bootstrap introduction. So it is faster and it is highly responsive, unlike the native CSS. And its Bootstrap grid system is built with Flexbox, so which allows 12 columns across the page. So unlike the other one, we have we say 100% width bar. So you can divide this into any width, like 80%, 20%, and any other one you want. But this is Bootstrap is built with Flexbox, and it allows 12 columns across the page. So the column we've been using all this while, you will see the effect now today. So for you to start a project, let's start so that you see. So let me just have another, what is it called? So that we can quickly start. Folder. I'm having a folder for this. New. Okay, let me just name it Bootstrap. So in there, I will have new.html. I believe you already know you can. So in case you want to have other CSS styling, you can just have it in case. css. So with Bootstrap, you don't even need to write too much code on your CSS. So to start with, you know what the first thing to do, you have it like this. So now you go back to here. So if you want to start, you guys know how I got to this page, right? When did you join the class? And you are saying I should throw more light. Which light again? Okay, so I said if you want to bootstrap, there is a what is it called? They have a platform where you can copy all their code and paste and use it the way you want. So if you want to visit, you type bootstrap. So me, there is bootstrap 5, there's bootstrap 4, there's bootstrap 3. So the latest is bootstrap 5. But unfortunately, bootstrap 5 is there are some features in Bootstrap 4 that are not in Bootstrap 5, and there are features in Bootstrap 5 that are not in Bootstrap 4. So me, I prefer using Bootstrap 4.6 since that is second to the latest. Oh goodness. So you just type Bootstrap. No, this is not the one I'm looking for. Bootstrap 4. There are so many resources out there that you can learn from. So this is it. Oga, are you listening now? Do you get it now? So you come here, you see this get started, getting started. You come, you click on introduction. So you can see introduction, get started with Bootstrap, the world's most popular framework for building responsive mobile first site with JS delivery and a template starter page. So this is their CSS. So you can just copy and paste on your header. This is their JavaScript. This is separate. So, but if you want to start as a beginner, you see this starter template. This is where you will come. You see, this is it. This is their starter template. So you can see it comprises of, this is the tag. So you can see required tags. You can see required tags. This is their for the mobile view. This is for the mobile view. We have the Bootstrap CSS. This is their CSS. And in the body, we have two of these. This one is optional JavaScript. Choose one of the two. So it's either you choose, you can see option one, jQuery and Bootstrap bundle, includes Popper. Option two, separate Popper and Bootstrap JS. You can see this is just two links here. We have two links here. And who is that? So you just please mute your mic, Oga. So you have option one, you have option two. You can see this one is inactive. So it depends on the one you want to use. You can see they commented on this. So if you want to use two, fine. If you want to use one, fine. But it is optional. You just choose. So you just go. As you can see, this is starter template. You just copy here. You just copy here. So you can just even remove all this. It's not even necessary. Then you paste what you copied. You can see. So since this is optional, this is option two, you can just clear this. It depends on your what you want. So you can clear, you can see. So every other thing you'll be doing will be in the body on top of here, on top of here. Sorry, on top of the this thing here. So Let me just start. So the first thing I'm going to explain, I you got it up to this point, right? Okay. So the first thing I'm going to explain is, let's quickly do one thing. There is what is called, they have their buttons. Let me take you through. Let me just take you through this their platform. So after copying it, you can see you can also download it. But me, I prefer copying the link to download. So we have the content, we have the browser devices. You can go through these on your own, like based on your own time. So you can just go through it, just to understand what to understand more of what Bootstrap entails. So this is the content. If you click the content, you will just read through. We have it even for those who are into SaaS developers, they can also use it as well. SaaS developers are those who are into who develop financial app platform. So they also make use of Bootstrap, and it's very easy. So if you click on the component, you can see alert. Like if you are building a website and you want alert, and we have different colors. This is primary, this is secondary, we have success. They don't call it green, they call it success. Their red is danger, warning is yellow. Then alert, this is the color for alert. So and we have badges. Badges mean you can this is what is called badge. So these are badges. So if you want it, you can see these are badges. So you can just go through it. We have breadcrumb, we have buttons. You can see their buttons here. So anything you want to copy, like this, all these links are for each of these buttons. So if you want to copy button blue, you just come here, you copy and you paste in your VS Code. If you want this gray, you just copy anyone. But if you want everything, you just come here, click on copy, then paste it, just like I did. So we have another button here. You can see we have different buttons, and they are, what is it called? What you use them for. This is submit button. Like if someone is sending an email, so this is used for email. This is just a primary button, just basic button. This one also is a submit button. This is reset button. So outline buttons, you can see. Instead of you to be writing, do you know how many codes you will write for you to achieve this using just ordinary CSS? But with just single line of code here, you can achieve the hover effect. You understand, Ba? Are you guys getting it? So that is why, what's your question? Eh? Mm, yeah. No, I'm not sure because it's not this, it's outlined. Yeah, it's a single code. So you can see, wait, look at the other buttons. So this is you can see other buttons. You can use any one of these. So this is not, you can also use CSS to design it the way you want, to make it look the way you want, but it's going to be external CSS because their own CSS is already in there. That's why you copied the code for their CSS. And we have large button, we have small buttons. You can add your whatever what is it called, border box, or whatever, a border or whatever you want to add. So there's toggle that you can click and it will show something. And we also have button group. These are button groups, groups of button. And we also have card. Please go through it. So, so this is card. This card, this is an example of this. You see this card bar? This is an example here. You can see I use card for here for this design. I use card for this design. So we have one card. This one too, you can copy it if you want your words to be in a card. Your sorry, your if you want to type a paragraph or any of the text you want to be in a card, so you can just copy this. You can see another card here without the button at the bottom. You can just copy here. So we have you are seeing it, right? So we have another one here. So we have different cards. This is for quotes. If you want to quote, you just copy here instead of you writing long thing. So this is also I think when I showed you the sample of my one of my projects, this was I used this inside there. So you can just copy and edit it to your own taste. So if you want to remove this one at the bottom, you just come here, you remove it. If you remove this, I can't remove it because it's in the apply. But if you after copying it, you can remove this and it will disappear. Yes, you can edit it to suit your own purpose. So we have two cards here also. We have two cards here. We have, you can, okay, look at this now. Width, this one's width is 100, 50, 50. Why this one's width is 75? You can see the difference. This is 75, this is 50. So you can just adjust it to your own taste, to your preference. So you can see, you can also have your links, your nav at the top. So it depends on the design you want. You can see this is an image and with text beneath it. So if you, this one is sorry, yeah, image with text beneath it, and this one is a card with text above and image beneath. So it depends on what you want. It depends on what you want to achieve. So this is card image. So you have your image, just like what we did, what we've been doing with Skyline, that you have to write a lot of codes to make your image to be at the top, to write on top of it. You just copy this code and paste. You can see very short code. You've achieved it. You just insert your own image. That's all. So this one too, I use this in this work, in this the project here. This is image by the side and this is text by the side. I think this is a three card mobile three. We have the responsiveness. We have LG, which is large. We have MB, which is mobile. We have SM, which is the smallest. Like if you are working on a project that you want them to be the responsiveness to be very good on mobile, you use SM. But I will still talk about that. So this one, image by the side and the text by another side. I think it's here. Let me show you. So this is what I achieved. So I just increased this. So I'm just trying to show you everything so that you know that you can actually just copy and paste and adjust to your taste, not necessarily writing a bunch of codes. So we have cards with border. You can see, are you guys seeing it? So this is okay. So this is the, do you have question? Just no, I'm showing you. These are the things I'm trying to explain now. Look at it. I'm just explaining card first. So we have these three sets of cards. This is what that's what I use here. You can see. So I just add margin. Sorry, padding. Is it margin or padding? Padding by the sides. So this is it. Let me show you the one I actually copied there. This is it. You can see this one has padding by the sides. You can see card, image top, body. So you can just come here, copy and paste, and you achieve whatever you want to. This is another one with this thing under it. So like this, if you want to see last updated, like when they update the this thing, but it's not going to be functional, it will be static because the backend is not included. You can use this. You can see these are four on top of each other. So four cards. This is how it's going to appear if you copy it. So it depends on the design you want. So this is carousel. So I believe you'd have seen something like this, but you don't know the slide. This is just slide. This is just normal one. So this is, you can see if you click, it goes. This is what is called carousel. You can just, if you want to use it to slide your images, so you can just come here, copy and paste in your VS Code. So if you want this one with indicator, this is also indicator, carousel with indicator. You can see, but you must understand every of the codes in case if you want to adjust it. So you can see we have div, we have OL, which is a listed um list and on list ordered list. Yes, yes. So this is I thought someone was here. So this is ordered list. You can see the indicator. This one's now. You can see zero. You know, it starts from zero. You don't count it from one. So if you are doing JavaScript, is when you understand this very well, or Python. So start counting from zero, not from one. We have zero, we have one, we have two. You can see it here. We have zero, one, and two, and we have the active. This active is the sign here to be sure that this one so the other one is active, this one too is active. So that's the reason for the active. So and we have the inner carousel. So the inner carousel is the slide that you are seeing. Carousel item active. So is block 100% width. 100% width means it covers all the page, all the it occupies all the space. So you can see we have one, we have two, we have three. So now this one is the preview. So preview, you can see true. If you remove this true now, this will be static, it will not work. But with the true, it works. So you just have to understand the code before you copy, especially if you want to adjust. So this is carousel with text. You know, this one doesn't have text. This one doesn't have text inside, but this one has text. So you can see the text. So after the image, this is the image. So this is the carousel caption. You can see this is the H5 and this is the paragraph under it. So that is that. And if you want to use plain one, you can see this one is not, but the image will be reflecting. You can see that it's not moving like the first one. So it depends on the one you want to make use of. So I'm just trying to just show you. And we also have collapse. So I won't be able to explain much. So just go through the platform yourself. So collapse, you see, when I click it, it shows read more, like read more buttons. You understand, ba? So read more buttons. So you can use it for your read more. I used it. So you can see this one too. Accordion. This is accordion. So if you click, it will show. If you click, so like here now, you can just give it a description like our Peter Obi, our president. So you give description of Peter Obi, but you give Bala Blue. So give description. So you just describe so whatever you want to do so that if they click, they can say, okay, this is just the heading sorry, the topic, while the one inside is the explanation. So if they click, they will read more about it. So that is that on collapse. So drop down. Instead of you to be writing dogon turenchi like a lot of codes, you just can come here, copy and paste wherever. You can see this is the drop down. So you can do drop side, drop left, drop right. They are there. This is drop down. I think they have drop left. So you can do also drop down with what is it called? With buttons. So sorry, with color. So their own color, you can't say except if you want to boycott it to make use of external CSS, you can design it the way you want. You can design your button, your own button the way you want. But if you want to use their own button, you must use it the way they use it here. So I think that is that. So you can see this is right, drop right, drop right. There's drop up, there's drop. So the first one we did was drop down. So okay, this is drop up. So you can see it's even drop down. It's not showing drop. It's supposed to show up, not down. So it's supposed to show up now. Please take your time. You can see drop left. You see, I showed you the drop. So please take your time to go through this. It will really help you a lot, especially if you are working on your project. It will make it more very responsive and also faster. So we have forms as well. So if you want to work on your form, you can see email address, password, submit button, check me out. So we have the ratio buttons. You can see example you can like there's a lot of things that you can learn here. So this is text area. So this text area, like if you click here now, sorry, that if you want them to select something, so here if you type it's limited, so your text here is limited. But if you use text area, you can see this sign on beneath it here by this side. So it means it's unlimited, so you can type unlimited words here, but here is limited. But if you use this text area, it's unlimited, so you can type to any length you want. Are you guys getting me? Yeah. Am I? Eh? Yeah, I can hear you now. No, 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 no. I mean text. Text. For instance, if you are typing message, if you are typing message, yes, if you are typing message, this email is unlimited. There's limits to text this can take. But if you use this text area, it can contain as many as like in email now, that's what they use. Text area is what they use. So if you want to type unlimited words, so you just sentences, words, or anyone, so you can use this text area. So if you want them to send you a message, like now look at what I did here. So if they want to contact us, what I did here is reach out to us. So if they put their email, so they text their message, you can see I use the text area here, so and they send. So that is it. But just like I said, this is static, it's not functional. So you learn, I believe Skyline is going to teach GitHub on how to upload your codes on GitHub, and you can, if it's just a front end whatever, you can upload it if you want, so that people, just information site, not a functional site. But if you want a functional site, if you're a front end, you have to work with back end developer to make it functional. So I believe this is, I think with the little I've explained, we can just get to work. Let's just do something very simple. So, and we also have a, okay, I've explained the drop down, I've explained the form, the input. So, input, you can see, you can use this for complex, what is it called? It depends on the project you are working on anyway. So, you can just search through. If you already know the name of what you want, so this Jumbotron, this is what we are going to start with now. So I'll explain what Jumbotron is to you. Oh goodness, what is wrong now? Why is this thing not? So we have all the components. So is in the components you find everything, almost everything. If you click the component, so in the components is where everything I've been explaining is. Honestly, I'm not even, I don't like, okay, I don't like the way this thing is misbehaving. So you can just, you, if you scroll down, you see so many things. You see it, you can see media, model, media objects, list group, jumbotron. Let's see this nav bar. Okay, let's check model first. So model, what is called this is model that the people can write and they can save. You can see this is model. This is what model is. So that just to display information. I believe you've come across something like this, right? Yeah. Yeah, like a pop-up menus. Yeah. So that is it. That is modal. This is modal. So it depends on what you want. You can just go through it at your own um free time. It will really help you. It will make your work faster. So we've, okay, let's explain nav bar. So you can go through the rest yourself. So this is nav bar. You have the drop down here, have the search. You have the search. And see, this is the one with a logo. So it depends on what you want. So you can also make it what is it called? You can also make it if you want to make use of the, yeah, continue. Definitely you just copy and put on, yes, yes. So if you want a responsive, now you can see this is responsive. So I don't know what is wrong with their this thing. So it's supposed to be when you reduce it. But here, even with reduce, and so but me, I have my own share, so I'll share it with you. So let's go to 5. Let's check their own. Bootstrap. Let's check Bootstrap 5. Let's check Bootstrap. You're on 5, right? Okay, okay. So you're 5. If you come to 5, so if you go to the nav bar of 5, if you go to the component, so if you go to the nav bar, you go to the nav bar of 5. So if you go to the nav bar of 5, right? So you can see they are almost the same. In fact, they are the same. You can see the same thing here. What I showed you now, the same thing. So come to the nav bar. This is 5, right? But let's check the this thing, the one with toggle. So it depends on the one you want to use. You can use 4, you can use 5, but 5 they are still working on 5, so it's not that reliable, not fully reliable to me. So they too they have the same thing here, but I think I copied it. I d- I don't know, sure, but I'll share it with you guys. So, but it depends on the one you want to use. So you can see their carousel are the same, everything there. So let's check this nav. Let's check. Let's check the nav. Let's check if you are if you see the this thing there. It's not here. So this is just basic nav bar. So it's also not here. So I think, oh, my battery is down. And I don't like charging while walking. It's not good. I'm sorry. So that is that. So you can just copy and paste whatever you want to do. Skyline, is Skyline still here? Let me see their 4.4. Let me see. Okay, I'm checking their 4.4. The initial one was 4.6. So I want to check their nav bar. If maybe we will see that the one you want. So this is how to search for. Oh goodness, what is wrong with this? Their phone now. Yes, yes, but some doesn't. It depends on which one works best. But sometimes it doesn't. You say? Yeah, sometimes it doesn't. This code there, e get as e be sometime. Oh. What is wrong with this? Let me just search it. If I can scroll. So navbar. So in case if you can't get to the button, you just search it here. You just search for what you want here. So let's search their 4.4. Let's see if you are going to get the that one there. I have it, but I just want you guys to be able to see it. You can see this one if you reduce this one now. Aha. So you can see if you reduce it now, you will see it. If you click it comes down. You see ba. So that is it. So you can copy it even without seeing it. So you can copy it. You can see that when I reduce it, it's responsive, but so instead of you writing too much code to make your nav bar responsive, you just come here and copy. Just copy. This is it. This is all the code. That's all. So let's start. At least you've got you understand what I'm trying to do, what I tried doing there. So now let's start to build small project like that. I'm using 4 point. I already copied. I think I already copied. No, 4.6. Yeah. So I'm using 4.6 for this particular project. So So you go to the nav bar, you go to the nav bar. So I want to use the one with I want to use the one with okay, let me use the one with this drop down. I'm making use of this. So I'll just come here, I'll copy, then paste. So let's check what we have. You can see you don't need to write too much code. It's here already. So if you want to have a dark background, but if you want to have different color, you can give it external CSS. You can see this is navbar expand large, navbar light. But if you want to make it black, you make it dark. You say dark. Definitely, definitely, you can. You can. I will explain all that. We'll get to that. So you get it dark. You can see. Oh, sorry. Where is it? Okay. I think it's here. Where is my code now? Abi, you don't disappear. Okay, sorry. Simio. Background light. This BG means background. So you can make it dark. You can make it dark. Let's check. You can see it's dark now. So you can also change the colors to white or the color to white. Is it still frozen? Okay. So you can make it black. You can see when I click on this, it shows danger. Secondary. Secondary is blue. Oh, sorry, is like gray. You can see the secondary. This is secondary color. So you can also use danger, which is red. You can see it pop up. So let's check. You can see. So it depends on the one you want. Do you get it now? So it depends on. Can I click on which one? This is it. This is it now. You see, did you see me when I copied it from here? I copied it now. This is what I copied. So you just come here, you copy and you paste. That's all. So, but let's use right, the one that's came with. Please, if you are not, mute your mic now. Why are you like this? So that is the first thing we have. This is the end of the nav bar. So let me see. What's your question, please? Go ahead. I don't get. It is. It is. Why is it not showing? Look at it now. It's showing. Are you not seeing it? It's showing, but if you reduce it to mobile view, that is when it will, if you reduce it to mobile view, that's when this will show. But if it's in desktop, the toggle will not show the icon. Okay. So now you can come here to edit it the way you want. So this is the drop down. From here to here is the drop down. So if you want to remove it, for instance, you can remove it. You can see, let me just comment on this. Let's go back. You see that it's no longer there. You can see the drop down is gone. It's no longer there. So that's how to edit. If you want to edit, you can edit. You can remove and you can add. It depends on what you want. So the next thing we'll do is okay, let's check. So here we are going to have three different cards here. So just like I explained earlier, we have our, let me just do it manually. You can copy it and you can also have it inside, but I'm going to write it manually so that you can understand it, not just copy and paste. You understand, Ba? So, so this is the end of the nav bar. So let's have our first section. So our first section, ah, this is it. I can't expand, I can't zoom it more than this. So we have container flow dot container. So container, it will be at the middle. It will give it 15, 15. It gives it oh goodness. What's in the happen now? Container, if you use container in Bootstrap, if you are using container in Bootstrap, it give it margin left and margin right. Sorry, margin left 15 pixels, margin right. Sorry, is it padding or margin? Margin right 15 pixel and margin left 15 pixels. But if you use container fluid, I was trying to explain it in our previous classes, but because it was not this thing. So you can use container fluid. So your container fluid, I'll give it my H1. That is this one now. This H1. So I don't know. You guys, I'll tell Skyline to teach you guys how to this. You see this eyedropper. I don't know if you guys know what eyedropper is. This eyedropper, if you want to copy any color, like if you see any color on any web page and you want to use exact color, you can just click on it. You click and it will take you to the color. It depends. So that's what I use to select this color. You can select any color. So it will take you, then you just copy the code and paste. And also you can also use fonts awesome fonts fonts. This is Google Fonts. You can also use it to copy any font, any this thing you want. You can see this is system. We have a lot of you have different font texts so that you can use. So this is the code for this font text now. So we are just going to build this manually using Bootstrap. So the first thing we have is our H1. We have our H1 and inside it, I'm going to style it inside because the style is specific to this alone. I'm going to Okay, I'm coming. Let me just type we care for all, care for all. We care for all. So what happen? Ah, it is well. Dot row, dot row. Because we are going to have, we have three cards in there. So this is your column, col. So just like I said that Bootstrap screen is divided into 12 columns, right? So we have co dash sm, that is for the responsiveness. We have three, right? So inside the first one, this is three. Is it still hanging? Maybe your network. Is it still hanging? Is it showing? Now, uncle. Okay. So we have this is three. This is called this is called SM3. This is called SM6. The one in center is 6. The one by the side there we have 363. That is 12 columns. You get that? Do you guys get it? So we have 363. That makes it 12. So that's what we are going to work on now. So after here, I have an image. So, oh, okay, I'm coming, please. Let me just transfer some images. Where is this thing I'm working on? Okay, this is it. So I'll just try to transfer some images in there. So I think these three images. Okay, four. So let's just use one of it. So I'm using this bird. Let me put my cat inside there. So let me use the cat just like I used it. So we have then we have the text, which is H3. So it's there is no need for you to be saying you are styling it text align center. So you just put animals. These people where they come class late, now they disturb me, oh, honestly. I beg, no, now they come class early now. So we have our this thing here. So if you check it now, okay, let me just write it. Let me complete this. So we check what we have. So we have our paragraph. Let me wrap it. So we have it now. So that is the first thing. So that is the first thing we have. Let's check it. You can see it's very big, right? And we have our words under it, but it's big, right? So in order to make, yeah, what did I do? Yes, you wrap it. Eh? The word wrap. Okay. Okay. Let me clean it. Let me delete this. Let me delete this and do it again. So if you press, oh, maybe because I've already done it, so it's reflecting automatically. But if you do it and it's very long, You just come here, view. You see view bar? Yeah, you just click, you just, yes, on your VS Code. You see the terminal, you see window, you see code edit. Yes, you just press the view, you see word drop. Let me remove the word drop now. You can see that it's very long now. You can't see all the text, right? Except, yes, that's what it does. It's so if I press the word drop, you can see. Are you seeing it now? Okay. So, but for it to contain everything, for it to contain, do you have questions? It does no break will reflect on your site, but this is just for you to see everything in instead of you scrolling by the side. So if you check it now, you see that the content here is not at the center, and the image and the words they are not in the same what is it called line on yes. So here in this case, you will use so in this case, you are going to use card to wrap it. So from this your image to this your word, you just copy and put dot card. So you now put everything in there. So let's check what we have now. You can see. Are you seeing it now? Okay. So please, if you don't understand, please let me know. Yeah. Are you seeing it now? There is nothing, it's just card. It's just card. Then I put the image. It's you guys network. Oh. Okay, initially there was no card here, right? There was no card there initially. So this is the beginning of card and this is the end of card. Okay. Okay. Skyline, no, don't worry. Let me just re-explain. You see the initial card, the initial words I put, look at it. Are you guys seeing? Let me show you. You can see that the image and the text, they are not on the same line. The image is wider than the text, and it's supposed to be on the same line with the paragraphs, the text, right? So you now come here from this image to the end of this paragraph. You just copy, delete it, and put dot card. So dot card will give you the card. Then you now paste the things you copied inside. You can see this is our image. I put it inside the card. You get it now. So now let's check what we have. You can see this is it. Yes, it's there. Okay. Flex container. And that is why you copied their links. The initial links we copied to the head. You copied their CSS, you copied their JavaScript, you copied their jQuery. We copied about 3 or 4 links. So this is their CSS. You can see CSS slash bootstrap dot main dot CSS. This is their CSS style. This is their mobile view link. And this is their jQuery and JavaScript link. You can see it. So you don't need to write anything like responsiveness again, except if you want to do Asheju. Asheju. So, oversight. So that is the work of the card. So should I continue? Can I continue now? So now from these so to make the text to be at the center, right? So we have to make this our what is it called? Our first the H1. Instead of you saying style, text align, center, you can just say text. Are you seeing it now? So what should we do now? Because we just yes, I'm recording it. So you can just give the style. You can give this H1 style, text align, center. But in some cases, in most cases, you don't need to write text align center. I'll use it for our this thing now, you will see. I'll use it for our history now, you will see. So text align center, because I need to give this color. That's why I'm giving it text align center. So I'm using the same color as our distance. So let's see what we have. You can see it's at the center now. So let's see here. Now let's see here. I'm going to let's see this one now. Here, this small card here that contains the followers. So I'm going to also put it there. So everything will be inside this. Is it even inside or outside? Okay, this is the closing tag, but everything will still be inside the row. So it's outside this. So I'll have another card. So I have another card. So inside I'll have history, follow us, follow us. Then inside I'll have another div with class social link. My network, I'm hearing you guys now. My network is not mine. So you know what? In order not to, my voice is clear, right? So what should we do now? Should we? Okay. You have social link. It's just I just copied it from the previous this thing we did. So I just copy it from the previous let me just copy here and paste. Yeah. So tailwind tailwind is more It's much more like easier, very easier. So yeah. So I think where is it, ma? Oh, where this? Okay, this is it. They just copy from our previous project. That's where I copy from Awesome. Bootstrap too have their own. No, I'm using the one in Awesome. So just copy and paste. Oh goodness. What's on the top? Yes, I've not added the Awesome link for the header. So I can just come to the project. So I'll just so this is I think this is where is the Awesome? Okay, this is it. This is the link. So I beg una will give me like 2 minutes. Oh, I beg. I need to attend to. So this is it. So please, I'm coming. Just a moment. Should I stop this video to record it? I can't pause it. I can only stop it.